Tweets.
It's time for this week's Top 5 Tweets, Tip of the Crown, featuring King Ricky.
What is going on, everybody? It's resident Universal Royalty here, King Ricky Rose, the Kings of the Rings podcast, here to bring you my top 5 favorite tweets of the week, right on the eve of Elimination Chamber. So let's get it going, folks, starting with number 5, coming from Golden Maharaja at KingNJ90 on Twitter, and he goes, "Oh God, we may get Becky Lynch versus Stephanie McMahon before WrestleMania, won't we? Just make it a cage match. Have Nia Jax appear from under the ring already." And honestly, that's probably the best way to get Becky back into the WrestleMania main event. Let's move along, folks. Going to number 4. Favorite tweet of the week comes from WWE Creative Humor at WWE Creative_ish on Twitter. And they say, "We might not know when Kevin Owens is returning, but what we do know is that when he does, he'll have a bowling gimmick. And he can't wait to, sigh, pin his opponents." God, those guys are always good, whatever they tweet. Whoever that person is, shout to them. Number 3, favorite tweet of the week comes from WWE Critics at WWE Critics on Twitter, and they said, "This isn't a show." Excuse me, God, I'm still choked about Becky Lynch. But they said, "This isn't snow behind Mustafa Ali, it's the salt from Becky Lynch fans." And honestly, that might be true. Number 2, favorite tweet of the week comes from Valkyrie member and the OG queen herself, Danny Death Machine at Danny Nolan, and she says, in all caps, mind you, "Nobody used the meat tube on Daniel Bryan, WTF." Which actually is a good reason to be mad, because, I mean, what's worse for a vegan than a giant slab of meat, which I'm just going to stop here. Ladies and gentlemen, my number 1 favorite tweet of the week from Wrestling Twitter comes from Brandon Stroud at Mr. Brandon Stroud on Twitter. And he goes, "The Usos should now have to apologize for striking a McMahon, only to have their title shot taken away." Which would have been clever a couple of days ago, but now that we know the Usos can get their title shots taken away just by, squaring up to a police officer. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this week. Those are my top 5 favorite tweets of the week. Hashtag Tip of the Crown. If you want to be involved in this segment each and every week, use hashtag Tip of the Crown during Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205 Live this Sunday's Elimination Chamber, and I'll be sure to look out for it. If you want this video early, go sign up for our Patreon. Only $1 a month can get you a stream early access before everybody else. Buy our merch. Check us out each and every Friday on Wrestle Addict Radio. That's all I got for you guys this week. Again, folks, this is King Ricky Rose of the Kings of the Rings podcast, and I will see you guys